This is the story of June and Ruby, soulmates. They met at a fancy gala on New Year's Eve in San Myshuno. It was love at first sight, or at least as close to that as you can imagine. The pair quickly began learning about each other, and their time together gave the couple memories they'll never forget. Their most cherished memory being on their second anniversary, a proposal deep in the jungles of Selva Dorada. Luckily, the only dangers the two encountered was forgetting to pack enough juice to celebrate. June and Ruby were very different, but they never let their differences get in the way. Ruby was very private, not wanting to be in the spotlight even for a second. June, on the other hand, was very outgoing and always dreamed of her perfect wedding with all of her friends, family, and basically everyone she's ever encountered. Once the newly engaged sweethearts started to talk about their wedding day desires, it was clear they weren't on the same page. Ruby could see how much June's wedding day meant to her, so in an act of compassion for her love, she decided that she could compromise and say yes to having most of June's wedding day dreams sprinkled in. Just a little bit. Her only request was for June not to turn their wedding into, as Ruby put it, a circus. June agreed on the compromise and away she went to plan everything with her best friend Daniel. June started creating the guest list, choosing a band, refining the menu, picking napkins and place settings, booking their honeymoon in Sulani, which was Ruby's most loved place. But it really wasn't long into her planning that she started to go overboard. And those little extras started snowballing, and it wasn't until Ruby overheard June on the phone trying to book a fire dancer that she knew the compromise had been destroyed. The week before their date, the wedding was off. A devastated and guilt-ridden June knew she was at fault. The two spent some days apart, and while June had the embarrassing task of canceling all of her plans and calling all of her now uninvited invitees, she felt it was only a small punishment compared to her true loss. She knew she would need to make it up to Ruby. But how? That's when June remembered they already paid for the honeymoon in Sulani. Surely Ruby could be persuaded to still take that trip. At least June hoped so. Luckily for June, Ruby could see June's regret about how she handled the wedding. Ruby agreed to go on this trip together and hopefully put all this behind them. Once the couple arrived, they had a heart-to-heart about the ordeal, and it helped June realize that she didn't need all of those extras. She already had everything she could ever have hoped for with Ruby by her side. The two decided why not make it official and keep their special day just for them. And so they did.